It's a really great question, but it's a really big question too. As I pointed out in one of the slides, business as usual implementation and business as usual research is not going to do it. So we need changes on both fronts, and we're going to run right up against institutional incentives and mandates for researchers as well as for implementers. You all know very well about the mandates and constraints that you have from your donors, for instance. Just in the research community know about academic incentives and structures. So we have a big challenge ahead. But it's pretty clear that we need to make these changes. So to some extent, I mean, one of SISN's roles is to advocate for some of these changes with the donors, for instance. And I happen to know, because I've seen language that we've created work its way into some of the RFAs that are put out by USAID, that it's already having some influence on the thinking and on some of the things that organizations have to address in their proposals in response to some of these RFAs. So that's one contribution right there. Another we already mentioned, if these tools and frameworks are going to be more useful more broadly than in the one project where they were created, then organizations have to sort of dig deep and say, we're going to work with some others and we're going to create that searchable inventory so that the sum is greater than, or the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And creating networks of implementation scientists or researchers at country level that can make use of the information that SISN is putting on its website, so that this becomes a more shared understanding of what the field of implementation science is all about. So there's many small things like that that have to be done, and this is a very long-term enterprise. So one reason that we built the society, the membership, such that it includes not just researchers but also implementers and donors and many other stakeholders, is so that we can have action on many fronts to make the changes in both worlds, the implementation world and the research world.